He came home at 3 a.m., smelling like someone else's perfume, and I'd had enough. I was done playing dumb, done pretending not to notice the late night showers, the sudden locked phone, the work trips that always left him looking too happy. I stood in the kitchen, shaking, waiting for him to stumble through the door. When he did, he didn't even look surprised to see me, just tired. I told him I knew, that I'd pieced it all together, that I wanted the truth about who he was seeing. He didn't deny it. He didn't even try to lie. Instead, he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a stack of papers, dropping them on the counter between us like a dead animal. "You already left me," he said. "Months ago." I stared at the documents, my own signature at the bottom of each page, dated 6 months back. My handwriting, my name, even my little heart-shaped dot over the I. He watched me, almost bored, as I flipped through the pages, heart pounding so loud I thought he could hear it. I felt like I was losing my mind. There was no way I'd signed these, I would remember. But the details were all there, the fights, the accusations, the endless nights of screaming at each other until I locked myself in the bathroom and sobbed into a towel. It all came back in flashes, ugly and raw. Maybe I had signed them, desperate to escape, and somehow forced myself to forget. Maybe I'd been sneaking around too, only, instead of another body, I'd found comfort in erasing my own memories. He didn't fight me. He didn't apologize. He just said, "You wanted out before I did. You just didn't want to remember." The realization hit me in the stomach. I'd been so desperate to blame him, to make him the villain, that I'd rewritten the whole story in my head. Maybe he did cheat. Maybe I did too, in my own way. But the truth was, our relationship had died long before we stopped sleeping in the same bed. I'd just been too afraid to admit it.